Okay. So now, how can Nevadans help? There's a lot. There's a lot of ways in which we can push the network effect. Send in that online petition is the number one most important thing to do. Number two, share the petition, link that URL to the link and the 2-page PDF naturally with your friends and family. Like I said, you got signed up, you got the info, you got the details, and now the first thing you want to do is tell your friends and your family, those people that you know. Number three, call the neighbors from the default list emailed to you, right? We covered that. Number four, request a specific list. So remember, I have access to data. I can filter and sort this any which way you wish. So if you don't like calling, for example, and you just want to, let's say, get to know everyone on your street no matter what, like you live on a small enough street where, it's like a side mission. You want to get to know your neighbors. Same with an apartment building. Right? You live in a specific building. It's really big. It has a lot of people in it. You don't want to go down a street and you don't really want to make phone calls, for example. I can refilter a new list and send you a new PDF, and you can get completely different data of your local area and contact them however you see fit. You want to talk to, let's say, for example, you're a libertarian. You don't want to talk to establishment. You don't want to talk to the Democrats. You don't want to talk to Republicans. Give me anyone who is none of those, for example, or a Democrat. They know how to convince other Democrats. They finally saw the light. They know the words that they need to say to shine the light on other Democrats and get them to join. Things like that. Age range, elderly talking to elderly, millennials talking to millennial, Gen X talking to Gen X. You can request however you wish to participate. Just send me a request and I can curate a filtered list just for you. Number five, purchase yard signs in a crowdfunding round. I don't have a print shop in mind. I have yet to really network with the print shops in Las Vegas. But if anyone does, when someone watches this video and they either own the print shop or they know someone who owns the print shop, contact them and let's give them business. Let's give our Nevadan companies business. And the way this is going to be set up is I'm going to ask people if they wish to buy a yard sign after I talk to a print shop and we negotiate wholesale pricing. And then depending on how many people sign up, maybe we just go through like a GoFundMe. Maybe we go through a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo or something like that. But there's going to be a process where people are going to be purchasing yard signs, and hopefully those print shops may, print a little extra to put next to the freeway or the busy intersection. And we'll cover that a little in a bit as well. Number six, share recall info on social media, profiles, feeds, lists, and groups. It's a little different than your friends and family. It's a little different than your neighbors. It's social media, the random internet. Whenever there's a thread, whenever there's someone posting something political, it's online, it's social media. Maybe it's Nextdoor, the app that groups you with your neighbors, and you just share the info, you share the link, you share the PDF, whatever it is. And however you feel comfortable, it's like I've given you the ammo. The digital content is the ammo, and now this is the battleground, right? And there's many different ways in which you can participate. How do you specialize? What do you prefer to do? This is one of them. Social media sharing. Combination of all of them is really preferred. Number seven, develop a local campaign team by networking with the petitioners in your neighborhood. Okay, so what's going to happen is eventually we're going to have our neighborhoods flooded with people who have signed up. The army is growing. Our neighbors get it. We're on board. There's like 3 of us. There's 5 of us. There's 10 of us. There's 15 of us who are doing this, and we're looking for something else to do, and we're starting to network with each other. And next thing you know, a group of neighbors can do something specific on their own. They can start creating independent little sub-campaigns to assist this campaign. It's like the group in, let's say, the Lake Las Vegas neighborhood does something together to raise awareness in that neighborhood that helps raise awareness for this campaign. So, for example, a bunch of millennials are really passionate about this. They're a bunch of friends living together. They finally got on board, and this is something that they're actually doing with their families. And let's say they... just an easy one would be, go somewhere significant, go somewhere like a DMV or, some public government building or something else, and hold a little tiny rally just hold a little rally of like 5 people, and you get together, you get one sign, maybe 2, you do recall Sislac, you do a little chant, someone gets the phone and they start recording a recall Sislac rally. It's spontaneous, it's somewhere in Nevada, and they post it to social media, and that's it. Right? And it'll go to our Facebook Recall Sislac Round 2 Facebook group, and we'll share it, and other people will see it and they'll share it, and it'll start to become a little like a viral momentum type of thing. It has legs of its own at that point. Or you're an influencer and you, like, let's say Wayne Allen Root is very good at creating events that can get basically turned into a rally of hundreds of people. And so that is something he can do on his own. It doesn't have to be, you know, I'm hosting this and I'm talking with anyone in particular to, you know, create this centralized campaign. It can be all of a sudden branching out, people doing their own separate things with their own neighbors in their own way. Okay. Number 8, hold local rallies. Okay, this ties into 7, but well, okay, sorry. 7 was 8. Let's go back to 7 because hold rallies, record it, and then share it online. I just went over that. Number 7 is actually when the team gets big in your neighborhood and it's time to knock on doors. It's a lot more effective. It's a lot more powerful, and not in an evil sense. It's more of a camaraderie sense to have a couple people at the door than one. If one person goes and knocks on the door, it's like, okay, you know, goodbye. Slam the door in the face. But if it's 3 people in the door, it's like, whoa, okay, this is actually something big. This is a movement. So if you can get a group of neighbors together and knock on doors, going back to this whole street and building, get a few people together to knock on doors together, you unify, and there's power in numbers. All right. So those are really big ways to help, and it's a lot of different ways in which you can volunteer.